How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just wanted to come on here for a while and give him a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was October 26th, 2021. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match 1, it was Bobby Fish versus Invictus Cash. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Bobby Fish went over with the knockout kick, but after the match, Tony Schiavone interviewed Bobby Fish, and Tony Schiavone was talking about how Bobby Fish has had an impressive outing since he's arrived in AEW and everything, and talked about how he was going to be facing CM Punk tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite and everything, and then Bobby Fish was saying, Tony, you're right. I have had an impressive outing since I've arrived in AEW, and I will be facing CM Punk, the best in the world, allegedly, tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite. And I will prove that I will be the new best, that I will demolish the best in the alleged best in the world in CM Punk and everything. And Bobby Fish left, and Tony Schiavone was still in the ring and everything. That was cool. Match 2, it was Riho versus Xtina K. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Riho went over with the Samato. Match 3, it was Eddie Kingston versus Jack Evans. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Eddie Kingston went over with a stretch plum. Match 4, it was Dante Martin versus JDX. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Dante Martin went over with the double jump moonsault. Well, after the match, Tony Schiavone interviewed Dante Martin and Leo Rush, and Tony Schiavone was talking about how Leo Rush and Dante Martin were going to face the Sydal brothers, which are Matt and Mike Sydal, Friday night on AEW Rampage, and talked about how that it was a must-see match and everything. And then Leo Rush was saying, Tony, you're right. It is a must-see match because unlike Matt Sydal, I've actually been helping Dante Martin's career, and I'm going to go even further of helping Dante Martin's career, and I'm going to get him on top and everything. And then Dante Martin and Leo Rush done a fist bump and left the ring, and while Tony Schiavone was still in the ring. That was cool. Match 5, it was... Yep. Match 5, it was Tiger Ruiz versus DJ Brown. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Tiger Ruiz went over with the roundhouse kick. But after the match, Tony Schiavone interviewed Tiger Ruiz, and Tony Schiavone was talking about how Tiger Ruiz had an impressive but quick outing and everything. And Tiger Ruiz was talking about how DJ Brown didn't have any technique and wasn't competition to him and everything. And Tiger Ruiz talked about how since he's now in AEW, he wants Tony Khan to give him better competition and everything. That was cool. Match 6, it was Diamante versus Skylar Moore. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Diamante went over with the nerve hold body scissors combination. Match 7, it was 10 versus Shane Stetson. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, 10 went over with the full Nelson. That was match 7, by the way. Match 8, it was Too Fast, Too Fuego, which are Fuego 1 and Fuego 2 versus Dean Alexander and Kid Bandit. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Too Fast, Too Fuego, went over because Fuego 1 pinned Dean Alexander with the Tornado DDT, and that was match 8, by the way. And match 9, which was the main event, it was Bryan Danielson versus Aaron Solo. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Bryan Danielson went over with the LeBell Lock. Now, besides all that, Sammy Guevara came out to the ring and cut a promo talking about how he's been in the business for 11 years and how he's proud to be the AEW TNT champion, and went to talking shit about Ethan Page, saying, Ethan Page, I'll admit, you've been doing this longer than me, but all you've been doing is bitching and politicking your way into everything since you've arrived in AEW, and you got your way. And Sammy Guevara was talking about how he was going to beat the shit out of Ethan Page and everything, and then Ethan Page came out with a microphone and was talking shit towards Sammy Guevara, talking about how he's the best he himself was the best looking man there ever is, because he has the looks, has the smile, everything, and talked about how he was going to beat the shit out of Sammy Guevara and take the AEW TNT title and actually be a better representative towards TNT than Sammy Guevara and everything. And then as Ethan Page was talking more shit towards Sammy Guevara, Scorpio Sky came into the ring and attacked Sammy Guevara from behind and beat the shit out of him. And then Ethan Page got in the ring and started beating the shit out of Sammy Guevara. And Scorpio Sky got on the microphone and was mimicking Jim Ross, talking about how Ethan Page was giving Sammy Guevara a bloody beat down and everything. And then Scorpio Sky joined in with Ethan Page and started beating the shit out of Sammy Guevara. And then as the men of the year, which are Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, were beating the shit out of Sammy Guevara, Santana and Ortiz came out for the save, but Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page retreated, and Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz stood tall in the ring while Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page were out of the ring looking on and everything. That was cool. Tony Schiavone interviewed Adam Cole, and Tony Schiavone was talking about, well, that segment between Sammy Guevara and Ethan Page was cool, by the way. Well, Tony Schiavone interviewed Adam Cole, and Tony Schiavone was talking about how even though him and Adam Cole have differences, he was talking about how the Elite, which are Kenny Omega, Matt and Nick Jackson, and Adam Cole, what they done to Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus over the past couple weeks was uncalled for and everything. And then Adam Cole got on the microphone and was talking about how they done what they done because the Elite done what they done because they're proving a point, and was talking about how Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express, which are Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, were in denial and everything. And Adam Cole talked about how him, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, are putting the AEW locker room on notice and everything. That was cool. And then Adam Cole was talking about how him and the Elite, him and the rest of the Elite, which are Kenny Omega, Matt and Nick Jackson, him, Kenny Omega, and Matt and Nick Jackson were going to be putting the whole AEW locker room on notice and everything, and talked about how the Jurassic Express, which are Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage were in denial and everything as well. And Adam Cole dropped the microphone and left the ring while Tony Schiavone was still in the ring and everything. That was cool. Tony Schiavone interviewed Jade Cargill and Mark Sterling, and Tony Schiavone was talking about how Jade Cargill received a first-round bye without competing and everything, and then Mark Sterling said, "Tony, you're right. Jade Cargill did receive a first-round bye in the TBS Women's Title Tournament. But she has earned that because she's undefeated. She's beaten the likes of Thunder Rosa, Nyla Rose. Who else?" Jade Cargill's said, "It doesn't matter, Mark." And then Mark Sterling said Sky Blue, and then Jade Cargill said Blue Sky. And Mark Sterling talked about how Jade Cargill was going to win the TBS Women's Title Tournament and become the TBS Women's Champion that she deserves to be and everything. And then, but also Mark Sterling talked about how Jade Cargill finally gets her women's title shot and everything. But Jade Cargill was saying how she was that bitch and this is that bitch's show and everything. That was cool. And Tony Schiavone interviewed Tony Nese. Well, Tony Schiavone was talking about how Tony Nese was on AEW Dynamite last Saturday, watching on and everything, and Tony Nese was talking about how he's been hearing that AEW is the hottest promotion, the hottest company at the moment, and talked about how AEW had a stacked roster and everything. And Tony Nese was talking about how he came to AEW for some competition and he was going to mop the floor with everybody in AEW and everything, and he was going to start that by facing Fuego del Sol next week on AEW Dark and everything. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Taz and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. Besides all that, Taz and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. And the referees for the event, but besides the matches and the segments throughout the show, Taz and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. And the referees for the event were Rick Knox, Paul Turner, and Bryce Remsburg. Okay. Paul Turner refereed the match between Bobby Fish versus Invictus Cash. Rick Knox refereed the match between Riho versus Xtina K. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Eddie Kingston versus Jack Evans. Rick Knox refereed the match between Dante Martin versus JDX. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Tiger Ruiz versus DJ Brown. Paul Turner refereed the match between Diamante versus Skylar Moore. Rick Knox refereed the match between Tien versus Shane Stetson. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Too Fast Too Fuego versus Dean Alexander and Kid Bandit. And Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Bryan Danielson versus Aaron Solo. All the referees done awesome as usual. Now, the match card that... Wait. Now, the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite for tonight, it's going to be Sammy Guevara versus Ethan Page for the AEW TNT title. Well, the stipulation to the match is if Sammy Guevara wins, not only will he retain the AEW TNT title, but the Inner Circle and the American Top Team will face off at Full Gear. But if Sammy Guevara loses, not only will he lose the AEW TNT title, but he'll have to leave the Inner Circle forever. CM Punk versus Bobby Fish. Jon Moxley versus 10. MJF versus a local competitor. The Elite, which are Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Adam Cole, versus the Dark Order, which are Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, John Silver, and Colt Cabana, and Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. Those are the matches that have been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite for tonight. And so the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite for tonight looks like it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give them a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was October 26th, 2021. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.